So I know that I'm beautiful. And over the years, I definitely can say that my outer beauty without makeup has definitely changed. I definitely saw more beauty in me when I was thinner on the outer side. But now, and then I wore makeup just to enhance that. But I feel like now wearing the makeup enhances it, but I feel like I don't see that beauty without makeup all the time. I've been increasing therapy for months, twice a week. Had to take a break because my therapist office moved locations, had to get recertified by the state, so we're back into it. We're doing once a week. Probably gonna start a second time. I used to do group therapy, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't really seen that in a while. Support groups, I like them. Haven't really found one in years that kind of felt like it fit me. When I used to go to one, it made me feel like, how can I put this politely? I felt like I was less than a human, kind of. And I want to start feeling good on the inside the way I look on the outside. And now, I've been through some things. I've had, for my spine, I've had a couple like injections, and I know that the steroid caused, weight gain, and then stress levels caused that, and then me emotionally eating in this perimenopause phase of life, whatever, definitely craving in sweets. But I'm committed. I'm faithful to myself and getting better. I owe myself that. I owe my future kids that. And someone asked me tonight, are you tired yet? I've been tired. I've been tired. But I'm a fighter. But I don't always tell people when I'm fighting certain things because, one, it's like, what's the point? Two, I've fixed things around let's see, my home, and did different things, and it was like, it didn't matter a week later. Caretaking is hard. God knows that I wanted more children. He gave me what I can handle. And my mom is not a child. She's a grown woman. But watching her get older is hard. And her letting us do things, I don't want to fight or struggle with it. So I don't. I respect her. But it's been time for me to take over on some things. And I don't like how it's happening. In my wildest dreams, I never thought that I'd be 46 years old on disability. And first of all, I never thought that I would be alive at this age. Like, of all the times, the 5 times that I did try to leave this world, I never thought this far in my life. So it's more or less, I have a young adult son, and, I want to be there for high school graduation, for college graduation. I want to be there when he gets married, when he meets, the love of his life, when he does things in ministry, when he finds his way of different things, of the growing pains, and I can't wait for those things. And I realized mom is not who she was like 20 some years ago. And I realized her generation and her particular don't like express and tell you things the way, and I get frustrated because she'll tell like cousins and open up to them, but I try to ask her things and do things and she doesn't do it with me. It's frustrating. It hurts because it was something went through my mind a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, well, do you know this about your mom, and do you know that? And I just hate that they're so tight-lipped, and it hurts. But at the same time, I for the last year, my mom has not let me make her living room environment the way I can sit there and I can be around her. Because I knew Jonathan was leaving for college. I didn't want to sit in the room all by myself and be like, whatever. I wanted to be in the living room with her. She's made her living room like her sanctuary, and it's just not nice, right? She's the doctors are fine with her sleeping and being in a recliner. During the spring, her friend passed that she used to like road dog since, both of my mom and her friend, their husbands had died around the same time. They found each other and they were like best friends. And she passed away. The family didn't let us know. We found out in a weird, rude way. And I've been trying to like step it up. But at the same time, it's like she's not letting me in. And it's like, I don't know what she's protecting me from. My mom I've had a closer relationship with my mom than I did as a young teen. Like, I used to always dream about doing my mom's hair and doing things like that. And it's like, Daniella, you set an alarm to do it. Like, you should just be doing this and that. She cooks her meals because she's like, I can still do this. I want to. And I'm like, I don't want to argue with her. But I want to spoil and I want to do it. But as a person who's a home health aide too, I see and know that people still doing things is imperative. It helps them, it keeps their mind and brain going. Like, we went out and bought all these books. She didn't want to do them. At first she was like, yeah. She didn't do them. So I got all these little word finds and coloring things, and she was like, I'll color, I promise. I didn't do it. Well, why not? And like, if you let me make the living room so I can sit there and do them with you, like, I'm sitting there doing computer work all day, like vlogs, editing, pictures, video, like things, but she doesn't understand that. But I'm like, if I set up my little, the little like TV tray, and so you can understand what I'm doing. I'm working on the computer, but I could still sit here with you. I could put my earphones on. I don't have to watch the Westerns. And I could watch the Westerns. I like watching Hallmark with her. Like, I want to have those memories. I don't want to have the memories of kind of some of the ones that I do have. We used to sit outside a lot. This summer has been overwhelming with the yard. It's so overwhelming. It's not even funny. So we're trying to clean it up. We've done things, and then people pop up and don't see what we've done. And so it looks like we haven't done anything. And that's what bothers me. It doesn't, like, it's not like I don't want praise for it. I want recognition that I'm really not just, I feel like people think I'm sitting on my butt and not doing anything. No. I'm struggling with this whole new season. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And because someone doesn't get their way and can't be here, they decide they don't want to help out whatsoever. Well, I just don't know. I just don't know. God knows. And yeah, I mean, being the junior matriarch is hard. It's hard when sometimes your family treats you like you have severe special needs. And I have emotional needs. I have emotional labels and things like that. But you have to understand some things I wasn't even taught myself. And I'm learning a lot of this on my own and new and I was a kept daughter. I didn't ask to be a kept daughter, but I was. I've made tremendous milestones. But at the same time, we do have to prepare for the next phase of how I'm going to keep things and maintain. And it's like, they don't understand the social media aspect. They don't understand me helping people. People on disability don't necessarily want to be on disability. Like, that check doesn't cover every single thing. Once I get it, I literally pay all of my bills. And if I get something extra or whatever, I may, buy the makeup or whatever else. Like, I ran out of my my setting spray tonight, and I'm like, all right, I gotta budget that. Like, I put stuff on my Amazon list or have a wish list that is like, I need these. I want these things. I would like them. Some and here and there might have been a need to help with my production of stuff like that, but I don't go out and just buy everything. I be like, I can't afford this month. Maybe this month I can afford it. Oh, I got an extra here. I took off this bill, so I don't have to do that no more. I can do this. Like, yeah. And then Afterpay. And it's like, I feel like people want me to feel guilty for going on the cruise. Like, I've never taken a vacation without my son and my mother whatsoever. And that was what I did. And I feel like I need a do-over. Like, it wasn't long enough. But at the same time, I remember when I did take a vacation when my dad was still here, and I went to our other house. And that's another thing. That house. Love it. I went there and I wrote for a while. I needed some time where I can do that. I took everything to write, but it was a busy vacation. It wasn't like a relaxation vacation. It was a good, I definitely did relax. Excuse me. In the spa. And that's another thing. You did a spa? Yeah, I did something for myself. Like, I think about like people that are saying this to me, and I'm like, you've been married how many times? I've never gotten married. Like, I'm saying, like, me going on that trip was my one big thing. The other big thing I've ever did was have my son. I don't ask for much. I don't ask. And when I do ask, you have to know it's me, like, asking. Like, I don't ask for much at all. And, I hate asking. If I have to ask somebody for something, it hurts. And I know if you, closed mouth don't get fed, don't get needs met. I mean, does my family understand? I may have a bed, but I have a gash in it as big as my head. I can feel the springs in this bed. Like, I'm not living glamorous. And they think that I'm like I buy the clothes for her when I had extra money when I worked, or made sure she looked nice for the family reunion, and but I did that on like Temu or Shein Afterpay. I still have to pay that off. But it's like, I'd rather do that than ask somebody for something. And it's like back to what I was saying, being 46 years old, never married, watched parents go through a wonderful 49.5-year marriage, and be a great couple in ministry and help the world. My dad gave his car to his deacon one time. Like, who just does that? We always had an extra car. And my dad was able to do that. Thank God we still had my dad's last car. And when I got in my car accident last year or 2 years ago, I was told by a sibling, oh, you know, we're not getting you another car now. And I'm like, I didn't ask for one. Their car was falling apart. And what happened? They went and got one and made sure my mom co-signed for it. Are you kidding me? Like, that's fine. That's what you got to do. That's what you need. Fine. We had a backup car, and me and my son shared that. That car was supposed to be for my son, and it is. And I tell my son all the time, I said, you know, I'm sorry that I'm driving and it's not your own. But I said, you know, if something happens and I can have my own again, I will. And he's, you know, he understands, and he's a good young man. But I remember my parents were able to give me a vehicle for my first. And it's like, being on disability sucks so bad because, one, my parents spoiled the living mess out of me, and seeing how they sacrifice and all their legacy in the things that they've done because I'm on disability and I can't make this or do this. I can't own this, own that, and not to be able to, like, being able to get my son his own car was sucky. And understanding that, like, I feel like I'm trying to be independent so he really doesn't have to need me. I mean, I don't have to need him, but, like, it's just weird. It's like, I want to be independent on this, but I want to be comfortable. I mean, I went to try to turn off my my smartwatch for my phone service. And they were like, oh, $119 to turn it off. It glitches, it does this, it does that. And, like, that's going to make my bill even higher if I do that. So now I got 13 months to pay the little whatever so it can be off. I mean, it's good in a way because I wanted to start with my community. I was building a walking challenge and, you know, me getting out of isolation. And I can do that if I still have the phone on. But it's like, I was trying to not live out of my means, and I was trying to cut off little things. Like, I canceled a lot of subscriptions. Why did I have them anyway? Like, I don't know. And it's like the people who get mad at people on food stamps when they go buy seafood at the market. And it's like, aren't I not allowed to eat? Aren't I not allowed? I mean, I'm not even on food stamps. That's another thing. I'm not even on them. Like, I was on them, and then I needed something for my kid while he was away at college to sign something and do something, and I just couldn't do that. And the thing about that is I was getting, I mean, what I was getting, it was very tight. It wasn't that much. It was something. But years ago, I had stopped getting food stamps because they were saying they were only giving me $15. And at the time, I was in childcare, so I was like, that's fine. And my family was like, I would have made you still get them. Why did you not do that? Like, I didn't tell them that. Like, I don't want to sit there and rely on governmental services. Like, I just don't. But, I mean, unfortunately, with some of the things, I have to. This is my truth. This is my story. I'm not wanting pity. Don't want any of that. Just knowing some more work and some things that I have to do. I needed this cry. Number one. Number two, glad that I went out. Excited. I've never been to a wedding at my church, and that was, like, amazing. Like, I've been there since 2018. I've never been to a wedding there, and watching my bishop and pastor do that was just like, wow. They do it different than how I've seen, like, I've been to weddings, okay? They've do it different than how I've seen weddings done. Um, and I like that. And it definitely speaks to their like integrity, the way they teach us in general, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm not going to be hard on myself. I feel that led to say that. I'm human. Today is today, or tonight is tonight, and tomorrow will be another day. Um, I'll wake up in the morning, set my goals, and give myself grace. Give myself grace, definitely. And, no, I can't believe I did some ugly cry. But anyway, um, yeah. I want you to know that you can find me on all social media platforms under the same name, Blessed Daniella. And I do have a link tree that leads you to those sites and things of that nature. I forgot to give that to someone today, actually. But anyway, yeah, I needed that. Sometimes I do these little video blogs. Like, I have a lot of them stored in my phone. Whether I post this one, whether or not. It's therapeutic to me to kind of like chat. So, putting my big girl panties on, like I do every day since I'm thicker anyway, and just taking it one day at a time and try not to let people's opinions or my fear of people's opinions of this situation, tear me down. Like my brand. I'm not my circumstance. I'm not this. Yeah. But back to what I was saying about, I wanted to end on that though. I want to be able to be that 40-something-year-old, and I know my mom doesn't want, like, I want to be financially stable and financially blessed to be able to, where she doesn't have to help me, or she doesn't have to worry about her stuff because I took care of it. It sucks not to be able to take care of stuff for your parents because they've taken care of stuff for you in a period of time. My mom didn't she asked for her miracle baby, and she got me, and she got a whole lot more than she bargained for. I was this baby that the whole churches and people and whatever she prayed for, I'm a rainbow baby. That's how I'm going to say that. And I thank God that I'm here. And I think how I can honor my siblings that did not get to be here is to do something amazing with this life. God didn't let me perish the times that I tried for me to not change and impact others. And that is my goal, that I encourage people to still fight. People don't understand diagnosis or the struggles that other people have that is not visible. And people are cruel to a point where, I mean, they're allowed to their thoughts, their feelings, but words hurt. No one didn't say anything to me today that made me hurt. I know my family loves me. I do feel like a burden at times, but at the same time, I just can't wait till the day that the things that I do pay off. And I mean, some of them may never see it, but where people were helped by me, or people were cared for, or people were just impacted in a great way. And I pray that my family sees that, or knows that, or just experiences it, or hears about it. They don't have to come to an event of mine or speaking engagement or anything. Honestly, what would be interesting is for somebody to share something with a family members of mine about this amazing woman that they heard speak, and she had a great story, and they wanted to share that with them, and it wind up being me. Now that's what I would want. That them not knowing who that they were going to look at or to impact them, or someone to take something of mine and say, this really touched me, I wanted to share it with you, and it wind up being me. So I guess that's my prayer tonight. Don't count yourself out. Fight. Keep fighting. Hey, you need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to help you fight. Let's do this. I'm not playing. Like, no. My mother's from South Carolina. My dad's from North Carolina. My mom was born down south, but raised in Philly, North Philly. Don't blame me. I spent majority of my life in North Philly. I just sleep in Jersey. I just sleep here. Don't play with me. And honestly, Satan, get behind thee. Like, get out of here. You're not, no. And that's why also I know that I'm getting such pushback, because there's so much greater. I do feel like I'm right on the edge. Like, my big breakthrough, my big whatever moment is coming, and I'm right on the edge. That's why it feels so hard right now. I'm watching all this commentary and not knowing who won this game. Okay. Don't know if we're on a delay still because of the thunder or lightning. But, alright. It looks like they're about to maybe start again. But I love y'all. I'm okay. I just needed a moment. I'm a type of person. I'm going to start adopting what I was doing before. Give myself 24 hours and I'm good. 24 hours to cry, to breathe, to spaz. I'm going to cut down on the spazzing. I promise. That's why I got to start exercising more. But 24 hours and then that's it. It's gravy. It's yeah, no. All right. Love y'all.